One person, Nene Yashiro, a girl hoping for a romantic fortune, dares to summon Hanako-san, and she discovers that the rumored girl is actually a boy.
Ah, I see now. I see now. I understand it now. I understand it
You get
now.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand it
Yeah,
now.
alright.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
a series.
Don't show that to me again.
What's clapping, everybody? Welcome to Anime Intervention, the podcast where we discuss anime and its fine, beautiful self. I am your host, BMG, here with my co host, Clean Bean, back at it again. Episode 27, keeping it moving, keeping it moving.
Yep.
Got a special one for you today. This is the Dandadan episode, the talk of the streets. I'd say it's probably one of the biggest anime we've had over the course of the past year. Um, I want to say like solo leveling types of hype.
Yeah. Um, I know a lot of people are saying that like it gets better from here on out.
Mhm.
So I do want to say, yeah, for sure, it definitely has that solo leveling type of hype. I'm very curious as to where they take the next season, and I'm looking to forward towards good music.
Oh,
Yeah,
music.
yeah,
Actually,
and open.
listen, we're going to be talking about it for this entire episode. We might as well start in the beginning with the opening. It's the opening that created my interest at first because I didn't even see the show yet. I just saw snippets of the opening and I'm like, wait, what is this animation? What is this crisp choreography? These this dancing? I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty damn good.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I actually wasn't expecting the opening to be so well polished. And not only that, but the music, as you say, it's a hit.
every single time I'm listening to it, I'm like ascending. I'm like, yo, this is just peak, like straight up peak.
Creepy nuts.
Yes,
Creepy
creepy
nuts.
nuts.
Clap, 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 clap. I mean, with the mash opening, I already knew that they had I'll say it's the pedigree, right? They were gonna come here and they were gonna do something legendary. There was no doubt about it. And that's what they did.
Yeah.
They took a legendary I don't know, actually I'm actually very interested. If anybody knows, you could let us know in the comments. If the animation for the opening is actually done before the music is done.
Before the music is done,
Yeah, because I'm not familiar with that. I'm not too sure if they do the animation first and then they have the music go over the animation, or if it's they'll have the song ready and then they do the animation based off of the music, like the supposed the chosen opening for that time. But
mm,
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that, but I might do some research and check it out. So if you know, let us know in the comments. But yeah, the opening, the killer.
that opening is killer. I will say that. Um,
If you could rate it, would you say it's like one of the best openings you've ever seen?
I mean, aesthetics wise, like with the color coding and the way the characters like blend in with the color, or they become like blue. I've seen with that Momo's kick, like that was
That kick was
absolutely
clean.
clean. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would definitely say I'd give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Like I rate it very high when something, you know, creates joy in a way. Like
Mhm.
if I'm jumping up and I'm dancing and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, when I see like a frame of a character, the way it transitions, like that's when I know I have a banker.
And it matches the beat and everything.
And
Because
it
it's one
matches.
thing to have like a good music opening, like it's just great music, and maybe the opening itself is not as like it's not as hype inducing. But when you have both of them and they're matching the vibe and everything just is perfection, that's when I agree. It's like a 9.5, 10. This is 10 out of 10 opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, Dandadan, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I first entered this anime, um, it was tugging on the heartstrings immediately. You got what's his name? Okarun? I forgot his actual full name.
It's
It's
Ken
Ken Takamura or something like that.
Takakura, yeah.
Yeah, you got him and you have Momo Ayase. And it's very interesting, like the two different sides of what you usually see in what we see in romance, right? You have the guy who's really not that popular. He's kind of like a nerd, right? And you have the girl who's on the popular side of things. And those two worlds kind of collide, and there is a bit of interest and overlap there that most people wouldn't normally see in that situation. I don't know if you agree with that take, but like that's what it seems like to me going in. I was like, yo, what?
I mean, yeah, I kind of seen this happen before. Like we've seen the nerd gets attention from the popular kid when they have shared interests, and it's like, oh wait, now all of a sudden I'm interested in you, and people are like, wait a minute, what, you like that kind of person? Like we've seen it flip flop even with like genders. We've seen the nerdy girl with the popular guy, like, oh, he's in playing sports or he's on the football team or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen multiple movies that do that same exact trope,
Yep.
and depending on how you execute can determine whether or not I think that relationship's good.
This
Um,
definitely executed it 100%. Like,
yeah,
yeah, because I I started watching. I'm like, yo, this is actually kind of cute. I'm like, where are we going with this? This is. I heard this was supposed to be crazy, getting crazy. Are we actually gonna get crazy? This seems like some it's like a romance built in with maybe some intrigue for obviously the ghosts and the aliens. But I wasn't expecting what we were getting
yeah.
at all. No.
I was not expecting for some random lady to just be like, so I'm over here in the tunnel. Like, why don't you come a little closer? Come suck on the yeah, that. Like that was left field. That was like, okay, I got hit by a truck.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, and the aliens, right? I think there's a word for them. They're like, I think I wrote it down.
I completely forgot
What they're called. I think it starts with an S or something. Um, but they're like trying to get like her reproductive organs. I'm like, dude, what are you?
like where
What are you?
where
Calm down. What are you doing? What's wrong
where
here?
do we how do we
How did
get
we get here? How did we get
how do
here?
we get here? I
Pause.
mean, and they do it further into the anime with Okarun, like trying to get his reproductive organs. Like, yo,
Give me your
we
banana.
need your banana.
Give me your banana.
We need your banana. Like,
Banana.
do you need the banana though? Like,
Do you really need the banana?
do
Is it
you
that important?
like is it that important? It's like, I mean, we need the powers.
Why couldn't you just like I don't know, take somebody else's banana? Why has it got to be his banana?
I
But
don't know.
it's because he's powerful, obviously, because
Yeah.
of the fact that he's an anomaly. But before we even get to that, though, did you think um, when these two were interacting, did you think that that banter was going to exist? You know how Okarun, he's a nerd, right? And he's shy, he's kind of timid. He doesn't have what most people would consider to be a personality that's fit for Momo Ayase, right? Do you believe that, or do you think that he was going to actually talk back to her when?
No, not at all. The way he does it too is so savage. He come out of the way. Like I remember, just looking at it, I'm like, bro, how is did your voice went from like straight up monotone to just yelling at her like you have a authoritative position, like you're just going in crazy. Even the English version called her a B
Oh,
word.
color.
Yeah,
Oh
straight
yeah,
up,
yeah, yeah.
point blank.
I didn't even see it in I didn't see it in dubbed. I watched it in the sub, but when I heard that the dub was like that, I was like, yo, it's like, whoa,
My bad.
relax there, buddy.
Like, damn. Like, y'all in high school, I understand, but like, damn,
But that's the type of banner that I kind of like, though. You know what I mean? Like, especially in romance. I don't know about you. Like, if you ever had that like special banter with this person in your life, and that banter kind of led to something else later on, and maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who knows? But that type of relationship and personality, it works so well for me personally. I feel like because at the end of the day, you're gonna get along with them and you're gonna understand them better because of the fact that you know like what makes them like almost tick in a way. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
for sure. Like, I definitely had a couple of friends I've made and relationships that are important to me where we'll argue back and forth or like, certain things that I may like that they just hate or despise, and it's like you can poke and make fun of them for like despising what you like. It
Yeah, it's just
so
like, what do you mean? Aliens, they don't exist. Ghosts do though.
goes through the it's
He's
like, all
like,
right,
nah, bro, aliens, they exist, they exist. But moving on from that, they like you were saying, they go. He goes to the tunnel, right? And she goes to I think it was like an abandoned hospital or something. Um,
she yeah to wait, was it then Ben
yeah,
Hospital?
I believe it was an abandoned hospital. Let me just make sure. Did I write that down? Yeah, it was an abandoned hospital. But yeah, no, just seeing them two of them kind of go their separate ways to prove each other wrong. that was interesting enough for me because it was within the first episode. We're already making like strides in two different directions, in the romance direction and in the direction of understanding the plot of the story. It was perfect, perfectly done well. And in addition to that,
Mm.
right, you're seeing two different sides of it of craziness.
Yes.
You got wanting her organs, and you got another wants his organs. It's like,
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
so does that mean that they both want organs? Like, I don't know.
They
How does this work?
they both odd categories of, well, I guess the unknown, if that's the term I were looking for. But like right there is probably the turning point for a lot of people. Like especially when we got to the scene of Momo and them asking like, oh yeah, we're going to attract your,
You know what made it worse? The fact that they were like literally there, and then like their
yeah,
lower extremities just
the
start coming out like
lower
this,
extremities
like a
coming out.
freaking needle. And it's like, dude, what
I'm
are you
like,
gonna do with that? You
this
gonna
man
put that
got a
inside me?
that's when
Stop!
I'm
Stop!
like, I'm sorry.
Stop!
Like, why
Please!
are you pulling out your plasma cannon? I need you to calm down, bro.
Stop!
You
Please!
can't be doing this. That don't make sense to me.
Oh man, nah.
My goodness.
Like that really caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this is where I kind of draw some parallels. And I know that we had this conversation before, but like Kill la Kill was one of those animes where I was uh very taken aback by the levels and the extremities and how far they would go. And this is among that same kind of caliber, right? You know what I mean? Like getting these jokes that you wouldn't normally really see in a lot of anime, besides the fact that it would be under the like under the wood. You wouldn't really like have them directly in front of your face, kind of like that. This is directly in front of your face. Like
Yes.
take it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is directly right in front of your face. Everything that is makes people uncomfortable or like bothered or want to leave or get off it is the exact reason as to why they're like, oh no, this isn't for me. I need to go to somewhere else. I need to like find another anime because the moment that certain things are like mentioned, it's like almost a direct trigger. And I feel like this comes into it comes into play when it comes to when you consume a lot of anime, but also when you're also new to anime. So you consume a lot and
Mm.
you get used to the fact that for some reason there's a lot of,
Well,
nakedness, a
like
lot of
etchy.
etchy, a lot of sexualization of especially women. And it kind of right there, clear cut, like in the beginning of the episode, that's when people are like, you didn't even give it time. You didn't even give it time to like, I don't know, get to that point or like at least, I don't know, place it at one point. That's why I feel like the timing probably caught a lot of people off guard. And also the fact that you have to deal with what it comes with. Like this insinuates SA in a way. It does. But it's not the intention behind it. Like it's like those things exist, and we go to anime to like escape reality, and we don't want to deal with certain real life situations. But the thing is, those real life situations are put into stories for a reason, so that you can somehow relate. Now, was that necessary to do with it with Momo? It's half and half, and me personally, I don't really think it was necessary. But
I think it was fine. Like I'm gonna say this now. I think the popularity of the anime is kind of what is bringing all these things, like shining a light on the situations itself, is because you're having people who don't normally watch anime pick the show up.
yeah,
Right. This show was so popular to the point where like I found out that somebody doesn't even watch anime. They literally started watching it. To be fair, it's also accessible on Netflix, right? So
yeah,
that makes it a lot easier for the people to watch it. But they're seeing it and like, okay, is this normal? To be fair, I won't say every single anime does this because obviously not. This is something special, but I think a lot of people don't. They fail to realize is that it's not really supposedly a cartoon for kids. Like I don't expect anybody who's like 8 years old to be watching this show. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Just because it's an anime, is a cartoon. No, no. A lot of these themes may be considered just borderline mature. Realistically, it's just mature. Um, you have to take it like it is. You can't just assume just because it's an anime that means it's calm. That means uh, it's gonna be for kids or something like that. No, that's not the case.
yeah,
Now the themes, I think that's still okay to touch upon. Like if you want to, it's kind of how the anime is working right now. If you want the anime to be centered around these absurd themes, then that's what it's going to be. Obviously, it's mature, so it's going to be mature. I don't really have an issue with that. I do think that there are people going to call it out. There are people who have called it out,
Mm.
but I mean, you're going to go say the same thing for watching Berserk.
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna go say the same thing for Mushoku Tensei
A comic got
or
kill
Kami got killed
or
or when
like
people are
more
like they're really
gore
yeah
or like you have all these extreme things that happen. It's like it's not just sexualization. It's gore. It's manipulation. It's corruption. It's brutality. It's a lot of dark traits that actually happen in real life that are embedded in the stories that we tell.
yeah. So that's why I'm like I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. Like do what you gotta do. I think the story's doing a great job personally for me. I feel like the producer agrees. Like everybody agrees. Damn Dynasty agrees. Like they're doing a great job adapting the story, and they should keep doing it. I don't think they should hold back or hold any bars because oh censorship. You should make this sense. No, no.
Just
This is not for kids. Just do what you got to do. Get the job done.
do what you gotta do, get the job done, adhere to the source material, and maybe add on like your little tweaks here and there that doesn't change what it is truly meant to be or portrayed as.
I've seen the spreads. They look like they're the same. Like that one scene with what's it called when it was when the grandma Seiko she was like standing over
Hmm.
she was standing over somebody and it was like the exact same spread like on the manga like the same thing and I'm like what was that producer? I didn't see that.
Talk about like one scene.
Which scene you talking about? Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Oh,
Don't worry,
that
don't worry about
one.
that. We're gonna
Yeah.
get to that. But um now that we're moving on to past that point, right? When they actually get to that point and Momo's in trouble, how she get out of trouble, seeing that she's tapping into her abilities, understanding that she has abilities in the first place, which is cool and it's kind of related to her lineage. I thought that was pretty nice. And then of course seeing Okarun get possessed but come over to help Momo. At the end of the day, they all coming it to the same point. So I think that was cool. Them winning, also cool as well. Because I didn't expect them to lose. Because what would happen? I was kind of scared for her. I was like, yo, is she actually gonna she actually about to get her entire
I hope
taken out?
not.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But how did you feel about their I guess their dynamics after the fact? So now that they have finished, they beat her, not beat her, they beat the aliens, right? And now she has access to her powers. Um, she realizes that his name is actually a name that of a guy that she really admires. I think it was like an actor or something. Was it an actor?
Oh yeah. It was literally the what word name for name name for
Name for name,
name for name
name,
same
same
the word for
dude.
word name for name.
So she was immediately like smitten with him, but then she was like, wait, no, it's not him though, it's not him. I need to calm down. But and just the fact that their whole dynamic changes because of that, I thought that was interesting. How do you feel about that?
No, I feel that was absolutely cool. Like he started to open up to her and realize, hey, I now have made my first friend, one person that doesn't make fun of me for believing in well, aliens. Even though she didn't agree with me from before and thought, hey, ghosts are real, and I didn't think that I didn't believe her. Now we both proved each other right and starting to trust each other.
Mm,
So we start to see, him interact with her and like, say hi actually and be able to face her in a way. And he's starting to build up his trust with her as a friend, even though it's romantic and like he
mm,
likes her and that's starting to develop as well. You can see like he was yearning for someone to at least see him
mm.
as someone other than just, oh, I'm the guy that just sits in a book, minds my business. All I do is do this. Like I'm more than that. I also mean something. I also have traits that make me a good friend or a good person in general.
Yeah, very heartwarming. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
After that, they went home to
Yeah.
her house.
Yeah. After that, they went home to her house, and then he was
he
doing
couldn't even get in.
couldn't even get in.
The talisman I believe it was some type of talisman that her grandmother had up for defense for the household, and then she took that down because she realized that was what was basically causing him to burn to death. Um,
Yep.
and then yeah, that it was like, oh, I'm alone with the girl. That it's typical like romantic stuff, but it's at the same time cutesy. Also weaving in all this other crazy stuff in there because as soon as the talisman's down, they let down the defenses. Obviously, somebody's gonna come in there.
And that was when that big giant sumo looking.
Yeah, sumo dude came in there and practically tried to ruin them.
Yeah.
Which was, I think it was the first time that I thought that they were going to lose. Because I felt like they were going to get saved. Like I knew another character was going to get introduced. I thought that they were going to get saved at that point. I didn't think they were actually going to etch out and win.
Mm.
For sure. But yeah,
Um.
so it's good. It's good. They did win, and then I think what happened was Momo was the one who was keeping control of Turbo Granny's like possession, and
Yeah.
she passed out um, because she was within the fight. She obviously was expended all of her energy,
Mm.
and she was no longer able to control Okarun's powers to the point where it looked like it was gonna be over for her. Like Turbo Granny took over, she was about to kill him, and then got saved by I want to say one of the hottest grandmas I've ever seen.
I will say, yeah,
The only grandma I could say that's probably hotter than her, if not of the same, is probably Tsunade. Like I'm just saying, like I
we
can't.
on the
Y'all,
same
y'all got
wavelength.
y'all
We
got
on the same
y'all got
wavelength.
any other grandmas that are as hot as this grandma? Anybody?
I mean, listen.
Come on now.
Hey, listen. I'm young, but
I don't care. Cougars.
Woo.
If you're looking like that, goddamn. But nah, that really set me when I found out her. I was like, okay, I guess, but you know, yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that
Mm.
because
Yeah,
yeah, no, that's
yeah.
good. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, but there aren't that many. There aren't that many grandmas. You're like, whoa, what you doing there?
Just like, hold on a second.
You're like back in the day. It must have been crazy back in the day, but yeah,
That's crazy.
but but that was a big surprise for me because I thought that she was personally. I thought she was just another like character, like an aunt or like maybe even
Mm.
a sister, older sister that
Yeah,
was coming. But obviously that wasn't the case. You find out later on when she wakes up that that is her. I thought she was going to kill Okarun.
yeah.
Clearly she didn't. I feel like she has that perception, that sort of intuition that tells her, okay, maybe this isn't a good idea. Oh, this human's actually possessed. Maybe we could figure out a way to, turn back. So, but I did think that she was going to kill him. Didn't happen. For the sake of the story, didn't happen. Did you like their interactions at first?
With Granny.
Yeah.
Oh
How did you
yeah,
feel
for
about that?
sure. Like I always like when there's a person that just is kind of stuck to their ways, but also like pokes fun. Is like a very stern person. Like what they say goes, and has powers. So I mean, it's not like she runs everything like in the world. Like I believe there's some limitations like within her power. She said like of just that area, I believe
Hmm.
that town, but it still shows that she has an influence around the area.
No,
So
clearly.
it's good.
After that, I believe it was they were having a plan to kind of take care of Turbo Granny because Turbo Granny was going to practically kill him. If I remember correctly, she had control over Okarun for a little bit, and then she was able to. I think it was Momo who was able to stop it for a little bit, and Granny too, obviously coming in there. But that was when they devised that whole big plan to race her, I believe.
Yep, to race her, and then she gets her form back into that big giant crab like thingy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my lord, that was like
Loki kind of nasty, but wild.
that was an abomination. That was crazy. But it was still a good fight scene, and then eventually, all the people that was it that she ate, like the souls,
Yeah, I
and
mean
then they got
they got
released,
released. Yeah,
and she gets sealed in the
into the doll.
into the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, the cat. It's funny because you see the ending. the ending for every single episode. I'm like, what is this cat? And I finally see what's gonna happen. I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. But that ending's kind of funny. Like whenever
Yeah.
whenever I'm having a conversation with somebody and like it goes like I'll just send a gif of the cat blowing with the hair dryer, just like shit's hilarious. But
Yeah.
the ending's definitely funny. And you know, I knew for a fact that Turbo Granny was gonna be like involved even before like there was clues there. You knew it was gonna be some sort of involvement, and that there was more behind the scenes of why she was the way she was, and understanding that, and it does play a part. They beat her, they win,
Mm.
and with the whole scene with the train, and basically just sending them. But after that, Turbo Granny is still involved because this bro's missing his balls. So, like
And Family Jewels.
family Jews are gone. So, and they actually are family Jews because they're golden,
Yeah.
golden.
Split across, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I think that what happened. Oh, don't worry, we're getting to that. We're getting
Oh,
to that
okay.
part yet. We're not there yet. Chill,
Yeah,
chill,
yeah,
chill.
yeah.
Yo, you rushing me? You rushing me,
Yeah.
producer? Chill, chill. We're going to order. But so the golden balls, and obviously they got to find a way to get them back. And Granny said that they're out there in the world, got to get the balls back. And, they're going to the school. They're expecting to search for the balls at some point.
Yeah.
But I do like the interactions, the snarky interactions between Momo and Ira before they even get to that point yet. Because you remember the tub, dropping the tub
Yeah,
on her
I
head.
remember dropping the tub.
Very wholesome moment because she understands that Ira's basically just using this guy just to. That's just what she wants to use. Just basically make fun of him and make him look like a fool. And Momo's like, "You gonna do that to him? You would have thought. Take that tub, take that tub."
This is what I be.
And she knew. Ira was like, "What was that?" And she looked over and she said, almost lied.
Yeah. Got
um,
your ass.
got your ass. But that ball that she does end up requiring, which is how we get into the next segment, that golden ball, which is Okarun's ball, pause, kind of gives her the ability to see those of the excess world, of the paranormal, right? And I like that part specifically because it almost brings her into that world without necessarily having to make something stupid up for it to work. You know what I mean? This actually makes sense. Like she could walk on the sidewalk and see like a golden jewel and it could look important and pick it up and be like, "Oh, this is expensive. I could probably sell this." Or maybe or maybe the ball itself could activate some sort of power that's hidden within the person itself. Who knows? It's possible. But we're still getting the lore as far as I'm concerned. Regardless, she was able to see a lot of different things. She was able to see Momo's hand. She was able to see, which we now know was her mother. She was able to see that. And
Wait.
was it her mother? Realistically, not her mother,
No.
but it like her mother, realistically her mother. If you think about it,
I
she
mean,
was realistically her mother.
It was a ghost that like attached itself
so
to
to
her
her.
that lost her kids.
But
You can say
you could
mother
you could say
figure,
mother figure. You could
but
say
not
mother figure.
not mother, not
Okay,
mother.
not mother,
Yeah,
not
like
mother.
mother figure.
Okay, mother figure works.
Yeah.
But I think that's the important part, though.
Okay.
Wait, are we sure that it was actually not
I,
her mother?
I mean, I haven't read anything in the manga, so I don't think so. Or at
Dynasty,
least I don't.
do we know if she actually was her mother?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think she was actually your mother. Like, cause,
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
cause I have a feeling that the daughter, like they may relate back to the daughter. I just don't know, cause like you don't get a confirmation that she's killed, like just that she's kidnapped. So she only has one child, and that's it. But she did attach herself to another child in the hopes of protecting someone that she couldn't. So
Okay, so she wasn't.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, she was not.
I was actually kind of hoping it was her mother.
I mean, I'm pretty
That would have made
positive
it
a lot of
so much
people.
better. Yo. But
Yeah, that would.
no, I can understand that though. But that does bring us to probably the most emotional and the most kind of craziest scene that I've seen in terms of 180s for an anime.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to. How do I really scope this? Do you know how like there are certain ways of cinema where you're able to express emotion and express these different feelings without necessarily having to say much?
Without having to say much, without audio, without like certain things, like you look at it and
Yeah.
it's like, wow,
It's
this is
just you're
perfect.
watching it and you're seeing the event happen.
Yeah, like I know I forgot what the technique is called where sometimes you play or you play certain music that doesn't correlate with what's happening. Like you play some happy music that correlates with blood, or you don't even play music for like an interaction with family. Like you sometimes that can basically represent looking at a memory. You know, no dialogue tells a story in a silent what was that story?
Silent storytelling.
Silent storytelling.
Very common during like the early 1900s. Like a lot of black and white films were told in this way. Like a lot of first comedies, like Charlie Chaplin, that sort of thing, all were like silent films that relied on like facial expressions, very important like details, and like capturing the audience's attention without audio to tell a story.
That is very interesting. And I think that is kind of calling it back to the roots, if you'll say it like that, because they didn't really have very good audio back then, anyways. So their only way of expressing in and of itself was to show that expression through that storytelling technique. So I actually like this. I like this very much because the episode, keep in mind the episode when they're actually having the fight with uh what's her name again?
What the
Yeah, it's Silky, right? Acrobatic Silky. Yeah. When they're having that fight, I think I wasn't expecting it to completely shift. Like I thought she was just gonna lose and we might get some backstory for her, but that was it. But once we hit that point, it was like 10 minutes into the episode. Fight was practically over, but the girl was dead, right?
Yeah.
And then she proposed, oh, I could just, attach my soul to her, this and that, whatever. I was not expecting it to completely do that 180. It shut off. Everything shut off. Swap.
Yeah. So um
What happened? What are you saying?
I mean like if you consider
Yeah, that's actually good.
what radio shows
Yeah,
comes
the radio
from.
shows. But what I'm saying with this specifically is that when we hit that mark, I thought we were getting backstory for Ira.
Yeah.
I was actually feeling it when I was watching this. You're seeing the entire background from how she got abused and her daughter. Everything that happened was so specific, was so beautiful and beautifully portrayed that I was like, yo, I might as well just stop watching anime now because I'm about to shed a tear.
Yeah, because she had to raise the daughter by herself, and then you see the work that she had to put in, and um, making her happy, teaching her was a ballet, and then all that gets stripped from her, all that happiness and that joy. You can literally see it in the face. You don't need no audio. You need to hear them laughing. And the moment that happens, you see her baby gets stripped from her, and she tries to run after him, even after she got injured, and then the
After trying to
class,
fight
and
for
then
her.
the fighting for her, and
After
like
trying to fight for her.
just no, that was absolutely heart wrenching. Like
It was very painful for me. And then it shifted over to her, her dancing in this open zone. It was like almost clear minded in a way, but at the same time not. Uh the allegories, the different ways that they were trying to sort of connect things together. And Ira being that sort of focus point of connection, it was beautiful for me. And yeah, bro, I think I might have shed a tear. I'm not too sure if I did. You know how hard it is for me to shed a tear watching anime? The only person I know who sheds tears watching anime a lot is sitting right over there. But
damn,
What do you say fuck me for?
crazy.
but it's hard to shed a tear for me for watching anime. Like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but it's really hard. So that definitely did it for me. And that's when I'm bringing the conversation back to the the balance, right? I'm going to ask you this question now. Do you think that this show does a really good job of balancing those aspects of comedy, of romance, and of horror, and of I guess just the heart? You think it does a good job of doing that?
I think it does a really good job, and once they tap into one theme for like a specific episode, they go in hard with it. They really intensify how it's going to be. Like we even see with the romance between Momo and with Okarun, like it's not intense. I wouldn't say it's not like oh, hot and bothered. Like it's more of cutesy, and that's the type of romance I'm trying to see when it comes to high school, because it's baby love. It is
Yeah, it is
baby
baby love.
love.
They're first year high schoolers. So
Yeah. So, but like that's what I mean by like when I say intense. Sometimes it's like they go full throttle, and they also match the perfect opportunities with that theme. Like they don't go too far with the romance. They go just right to the point where they hitting you in the feels with every single thing.
and they obviously add some drama to that too.
Yep, and they add some drama with that.
Because even after the whole thing with Silky, uh they're trying to kind of get this whole balance together within the school and of itself, right? They're Okarun's having a hard time communicating with Momo, um but obviously it's getting better, but that's because he's trying to work out and become a better person. And then you have um Ira trying to kind of make a move on Okarun, and that causes like a whole discombobulation where he's on top of her, and then Momo sees it and she's like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
It's like, what the hell? And then she gets upset, and then that's when they get to
They
the
get sent to the
school,
void, right?
to the freaking void with that
Space
turtle
void, yes, void of space.
out here spitting beams. Like,
I like how they related that with the what was it called? The mantis shrimp.
yeah,
In the when the mantis shrimp in the tank, and they were in school talking about the mantis shrimp,
yeah, that was
and
fun.
talking about how strong the mantis shrimp are when they're in the water. And then I was like, "Yo," and they correlated completely to the mantis shrimp in the void.
I was like, that was
Yeah, I was like,
perfect.
"Yo, this man's punching. Man, he's punching right now."
That man was out here, I don't know, hitting left, right. Like, shoot, that's
It
Mike
was a
Tyson.
boxer, bro. That's a real boxer right there. That guy should be in Megalobox. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I thought they did a spectacular job with that. And just what was the name of that? I don't know what the name of that creature was. The one that was like swimming in the water, and he like shot a laser.
Yeah, I didn't
And I
know
was
what
like,
was the
I didn't
name.
know what the name of that creature was, but that creature was kind of absurd. I was like, dude, what are you doing? You're kind of overpowered. Relax, chill,
Yeah.
chill.
Like, it was a big giant, like, turtle-ish, like, it was way overpowered. But I
Way
mean,
too much.
at least they got it done. They realized, like, as a team, to take down some of these, like, very high level powered aliens, like, you have to work together. There's no way it's gonna be just, oh, one person soloing, because you guys are starting to use the speed. You're starting to use Momo's power as well,
And Iris powers as well,
and
which is
Iris powers as
using
well.
Silky and kind of just turning into this powerful. It's kind of cool, actually. I like that. The transformation makes it look even cooler.
The transferring is cool.
But what's it called? I like that you just mentioned the teamwork, right? I like what they do. It kind of reminded me of because we just watched uh Shadow. What was it, last week? And we saw the Sonic,
Oh
almost
yeah,
Sonic Heroes esque combination where it's like Tails, Sonic, and Knuckles like together, and like Tails is flying with
yeah,
But it kind of reminded me of that because like Okarun turns into like this practically this boat almost like a submarine.
yeah.
And they get on top of him. They start using him as like a ride. I'm like, yo, this is actually kind of cool. This is funny.
Yep.
This is funny.
The whole like 3-person combination, making like a formation. It's like freaking One Piece with Frankie. You know how Throwaway Bark where he got everyone on his limbs.
Oh yeah,
He was-
yeah.
and Rob was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not doing that.
Nah.
Get that away from me."
Oh man, nah. I love their teamwork. I think their teamwork and their teamwork obviously got them out of there. And then even though their transformation, you feel like their transformations, it almost, oh, that's another thing. Their transformations, their personalities, how they change and everything.
Yeah,
So cool.
that's cool.
First of all, Okarun, he doesn't even like, first of all, he's timid to begin with, but once he starts talking with Momo, you see that he has a different side of him, which makes sense. But just the fact that he's all like depressed and everything, and he's like, it's such a drag. What are you, Shikamaru? Yo,
I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm not gonna be able to. I'll try.
I'll try. I'll try.
But I ain't gonna do it, bro. I'm like, make up your
Ain't gonna
mind,
happen,
man.
bro. Yo, I love the transformations, but after they get out, what's that mantis shrimp? This makes me wilt. That's the one thing that he says. This makes me wilt,
Like
man.
that's just
You're like a dying tree, bro. Chill,
like
chill.
he's like a dandelion. That's what he's like.
Dandelion.
My goodness. Talking about wilt.
Yo, the mantis shrimp is still alive.
Yeah.
This is what has got me weak as hell, bro. Because this bro is just like, I did this for my family. For my family. My family needs blood. Like, dude, what? What are
Your
you
family
what
needs
are you
blood.
talking about? And then he's like, here, you can have this. And what is this? Starts drinking. He's like, wait, this is my blood. It's milk, bro. It's milk.
So it's oh shoot. Damn, I guess I need milk.
You're telling me that whole milk is your blood, bro?
This man,
What?
his whole
It wasn't
blood
even.
is
It wasn't even like. I think it was. Was it skim milk? I think was it skim milk or was it like
I can't remember what the exact
if it
milk
was almond milk or whatever?
No, I think
It was one of those, and it was like, damn, we're gonna have to get you the more concentrated version of this milk now, so you could have the blood. I'm like, dude,
this man's whole body is made of leche. I literally that's hilarious to me.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, hey, yeah, you need a glass of milk? Yeah, I got you. Starts wringing out his wrists. It's like, yeah, here you go.
Dude. Oh, but that's what I love about this show, like the absurdness. It was Yuji milk. I don't even know what Yuji milk is. I'm just gonna assume that's some form of skim milk or something. But no, like that's one of those things where it's like the absurdness of the show kind of this is why I'm bringing it back. It reminds me of like Kill la Kill, and it's just absurdness. You know what I mean? There's always those shows that just like they hit different, and this is one of those shows. But yeah, and then it's funny because they give him the milk, and he they give him a whole cow.
Yeah.
He was like, "We'll give you a cow from the farm." So this man goes home with a cow. First of all, his guy's spaceship, this UFO spaceship, is freaking huge. You look in the air, I'm like, yo, this thing is gigantic, and it practically like subwarps, goes like subsonic just to get out of there. I'm like, dude, chill.
It's like, okay, we get it.
What is it, Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Chill.
I got it.
But yeah, no, I thought it was funny. And then we move on to that from that to
from the body, the shoot, those models,
the mannequins.
the mannequins, the freaking mannequins.
Another funny thing that reminded me of Kill la Kill. I'm like, dude, what is happening?
And I feel like I recognize the voice actor for the male mannequin. I don't know for sure, but it sounds like Gintoki.
Go Gintoki from Gintama?
Yeah, it literally sounds
It does.
exactly
It does.
like him.
We have to check and see if that's actually his voice. Yeah, can you check that for me, producer?
It might be him.
But that might be him. Honestly, he does sound like him. But that whole scenario, I was like, so. At first, I was like, yo, is the story gonna progress? But remember, they're trying to find the other golden ball, so they thought that he had the golden ball. So they're trying to chase him, and then he jumps over, and he's like, "You're like what? That's not a golden ball. That's something else. It's an ornament." So
this dude out here like sprinting nonstop. He's like, I gotta find her. I forgot her name, but
yeah, I got her name down actually. Hold on, let me see. I think her name was Hana.
Hana. Oh yeah, Hana. Yeah. Hana. Now I'm starting to remember.
Did Jin come in before or after Gintoki and Panda?
Oh, he's Panda from.
Oh, really? Oh, for real? That's crazy.
Oh,
that's crazy.
I was right.
Nah, that's good. That's good catch. Good catch. I like that.
Hey, listen, I got
the voices, bro. That's like along the lines of hearing Sasuke's voice. You're like, dude, what? Why is Sasuke Spider-Man?
Why is the English version of Sasuke Spider-Man? Why?
Sasuke, what you doing in there?
What you doing, my
You're
guy?
in the wrong universe, man.
I can't. The placement's not working.
I can't unsee this. I can't unhear this. But yeah, no. I believe. All right. So correct me if I'm wrong, but what's that, Yuri? What's that? Jin, right?
Yeah,
the competition. Does he come in before or after the mannequins? I think it's before, right? Because they have.
It's before.
It's before. So I completely missed that part. But that was when that episode ends and Jin shows up and they said that like that was her like former crush. This is what I'm talking about. This is the drama that I'm trying to see. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, I'm all for it,
this
man.
feeds it, and this is what we were just talking about as well. Like that romance is being fed perfectly well.
Yes, because this is the perfect high school romance.
What's
that
his
I
name?
like.
Alex Lee? That's the English guy? Okay, that's the English voice actor. Alex Lee.
English voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he plays Sung Jin Woo.
Oh shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, he does.
Oh, God. What's that new guy from Street Fighters? Luke?
Oh wow.
Damn.
Oh, damn, that's a
Bro, voice
Oh,
actor, legendary voice actors beyond this. Can't even lie to you.
they be on it, yeah.
But Jin, yeah, feeding that fire, feeding that drama that we need, especially from a show like this, is so perfect. Like honestly, that's the type of drama that I'm trying to see like in an actual romance. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes,
And I
I
feel like
would
more
say
romances need to feed into that,
in a high school
specifically a high school romance, yeah,
romance, I definitely, yeah, sure.
with the triangles and the octagons,
Yeah,
bringing
with
it
the
back.
triangles out. It's like there's certain ones where I'm like, okay, this is fine, but then there's others where it's like, if you time it wrong,
Mm.
it's gonna make the audience be like, oh, here we go. Now the main two aren't gonna get together because
Because of this guy.
of this, and they're
But
like,
that's good though. We like that because
Yeah.
obviously the author is going to try and play with your feelings that way, and I believe it's worth it. There's always going to be the stands who are like, no, stay away, stay away. All right, listen, it's Momo and Okarun.
yeah,
Stop,
they're shit.
stop, they're
They're
shit right now.
I'm like, bro, listen, you're not Deku and Bakugo. Like, stop shipping them. All right, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Stop. No, it didn't happen. Stay mad.
Stay mad. Ira, yo, yo, Ira's trying to get Okarun, and then Okarun and Jin are trying to get Momo, and it's like, but at the same time, they have a playful relationship, which is very interesting because Jin, same thing. Jin pulls up and he transfers into the school. You're like, dude, what? Why are you even here?
He's just there.
And then you find out he's here, you know, because
Well,
he
yeah.
needs to get help because of his house is haunted.
Haunted, and also, well, he knows that the shoot, was the demon, like he's having trouble sleeping. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, the demon, yeah.
And the demon's
That
like,
demon looks
his power.
mad scary, bro.
He does look scary. I've seen like panels
Bro,
of yeah.
actually scares the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Scary, bro.
But oh yeah, also living with her, pulling up and living with her, bro.
Yeah.
Granny's like, yeah, he's staying with us. You know, we're gonna take care of his problem, no problem. And she lets it slide because he's constantly like complimenting her and just giving her that energy that seems to be very, very popular among the ladies.
Yep, and Okarun's like, nah, I ain't having him, bro. I ain't with.
I ain't with this, bro.
I'm sorry. Like, I respect that. Like he definitely took a step up and realized like, hey, if I want to validate my feelings for her, I have to at least say something. I can't just step back and expect her to.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that because I be seeing this with every single romance anime that I be seeing on the planet. When they're just hitting here with the main character who does nothing to get better. He does nothing to improve himself and he just expects everything to be fine. His bro's trying to work out because he's like, I'm going to protect her. I'm going to protect. This bro was putting in the work. And in addition to that, he's trying to, like you said, his feelings, he's trying to validate them. He's trying to act upon them. He's seeing the example of the mannequins and how they kind of are motivating him to do what he needs to do to get that love.
He's like, I love you. Like he's looking in the distance as the mannequin's doing it. He's like, yeah,
That's what I want to
me.
do. I want that.
That's me. I want that. I want that. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the type of love we need.
Indeed, that's the love we need for sure.
No, I give them props. They're doing a pretty good job balancing it, and even more than that, they not only that, but they don't just feed into that drama. They also kind of give Okarun the necessary, I guess, maturity to understand that it's not just a romantic, so-called rival. It's also a potential friend, right?
Sure. Yeah, it is also a potential friend. Like they
Wait, which scene was
really,
that?
no, they really cooked with that rom-com.
Oh, with that rom-com scene? No, they cooked. They cooked with that scene, with that rom-com scene. It was good. But yeah, no, like just understanding that friendship is also possible because when they're on the train going to his house, and he's over here trying to compete with him, you know, trying to get Ayase to talk with him, and what ends up happening is they end up sparking a conversation among themselves, and he realizes that that person's also interested and they can be friends. Beautiful. Two different directions they're taking here.
Exactly.
And understanding that is going to become even more important later down the line when, you know, push comes to shove, they're actually going to try and get their feelings across.
Yeah, and this is the complexities of high school. Where this person likes that person likes that person, and wait, but I like them, but two people like that person. That's what I like to see because it's realistic.
Mhm.
All right. As much as I would love to have they're infatuated with each other. Just only these two. Come on now. Oh, are we for real right now? You want to act like there's a girl in high school that there's only one person that she likes, or there's a guy in high school there's only one person that he likes? No, it's your brain is literally still developing as you grow older.
I'd argue that the guys are a little bit different than the girls, obviously. For me, I'm not gonna lie, I had like a list. I'm not bringing it up. I'm not bringing it up. I swear. No, I swear, I'm not bringing it up. I'm not talking about anybody. But what I'm trying to say is, like, back in high school, like, I had a list. Not a list, but like there were like some girls that I was really attracted to, and I had some interest in. But it was never only just one girl until a certain point. Like once I hit a certain point where I realized that this was one girl I was into, that's when I focused on her, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. But realistically, in high school, you're kind of just rolling with the motions.
You're rolling with the motions.
Girls a little different. Girls, I feel like they always focus on one guy. Most of the time. Hey, listen, I know you got some examples, but let's keep them examples out the podcast episode.
No. I know for sure, but like like they be referring to some people as like the guy with that hoodie or
with that hoodie
or muscles
with that hoodie is crazy,
or peaches
with them peaches
or Mr. Can the Man. Like I've heard some shit, man. I've heard some shit where I'm like, oh yeah, y'all got whole descriptions for each one that's eye candy. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Pause.
Or and they be setting up interactions on purpose. I'm telling you, they are smart as hell when it comes to those.
They be doing that.
Oh my
code name. Yep, code names are crazy.
The code names are absolutely
code name Kids
crazy.
Next Door is crazy.
Honestly, I don't even blame you. I really don't.
Yeah, but so yeah, Dandadan definitely a big hit for me. I obviously, if you saw the 2 episodes ago, we didn't agree that it was the anime of the year, mainly for the reasons that we know because of the other big hitters that were there as well. But I think, relatively speaking, I think personally for me, if Dandadan came out with 24 episodes, if it was like the first season and the second season kind of together, I believe that probably would have taken it for me. It really just depends on how the storytelling goes from here. Because, like I said, Freeman was just so good with storytelling, with everything. It just hit every single note. It was perfect.
Yeah. I think Freeman won a couple of the Anime of the Year awards. Like, how they have like different. I think.
Yeah, it wasn't the Crunchyroll one because that's not.
Yeah, it's not the Crunchyroll one.
But yeah, it did win, like, just in terms of, like, I think IGN gave it, even though you can't always trust IGN, but I think IGN did give it an Anime of the Year.
And then Solo Leveling got a lot of
Anime of the Years too, which I agree. Solo Leveling, it's a hit. But yeah, that's the Dandadan for you. Anything else you want to say about the show before we move on?
I guess I like also, for some reason, Momo reminds me of like some like older sister, and I don't know why. It's so weird. Like,
why? What do you mean? Is it because of the way she looks? Is it her maturity level, or is it the way that the character's design is a certain way that makes it familiar to you?
It definitely
like a person
it
in your life
to me. Yeah, first, yeah. I'm not gonna mention them, but like it definitely gives me like an older sister type of vibe. Like the big earrings and like even the hairstyle sometimes like reminds me of like a big older sister. I don't know why though, but
okay. So you have some connection to this. Okay, I see.
I mean, like, I don't know, like it just reminds me of it. I don't know why, but
okay, all right. The last thing that I'll say is that the show does a spectacular job once again of piecing together all the different parts of romance and what is that? Oh yeah, she's a gyaru. She's basically like she's a girl who's those girls that they're like very fashionable and very popular. That's basically what she is. So maybe if that reminds you of them, that could as well.
Yeah, I guess in some way. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of flabbergasted. This show definitely hits the notes of that year of 2024. That show plus Soul Leveling plus Freerun all together, and Kaiju number 8, I think were definitely my biggest hitters. But yeah. All right. To end it off for today, we don't have a game for today, but we will talk about what we've been watching. And I'm going to ask you now, what have you been watching, reading, anime related? What's going on?
Anime related, I've been watching The Witch and the Beast. I think it came out, I want to say winter 2024
Okay.
or so. It was okay. It's all right. I give it
That's
like
romance?
no.
Oh, it's not.
No.
It's kind of crazy because you said Witch and the Beast. I'm like, what is it, Beauty and the Beast? But like low key, it kind of sounds romantic, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's not. Okay.
not romantic. It is gore. It involves magic and witches, beast.
It's
And
like kind of gothic.
in a way, somewhat, but not like the way I describe it is that they use a lot of dark colors and like shading to kind of represent this world. That's like I don't know, magic is involved in it as well, but I don't know why it has like very dark themes and like buildings are very dark and it, there's also necromancers as well. So I guess it kind of all falls in line with those themes, like witches, beasts, necromancers. Like that's pretty dark in itself. So there's a lot of usage of those dark themes and dark colors and dark clothing that the main characters use. But essentially, it is this character that I believe she is a beast, but she got cursed by a witch, and what the witch did is that she placed the main character in her body, I believe, because this witch can switch bodies.
Okay, that's weird.
It's very
Cool,
weird,
but
but
weird.
cool. And she wants the curse broken and wants to kill the witch. And then there's a side character that she meets, and they're trying to work together to get her body back. Well, technically, I think it's him, but I don't know. I'm still trying to work out like where the story is going because there's now a portion where they're going into a new world. Like you can enter new worlds now in this, so
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It sounds like it could be convoluted.
could be very convoluted. Like there's a lot of complication and a lot of like they didn't get to the explanation of like how their magic works until like the later half of the anime, like
Okay.
until like honestly the 12th episode where they realize you can inscribe these runes of magic and either have put it on an object and like have the saying of what the magic does in it, or there's also possible speech, which happens from witches usually that can just speak and then it happens. But yeah.
Okay. Good show. So you're not done with it yet, though.
No, I
Oh, you finished it?
I finished it. Yeah.
Okay, so that was the first season, and is there a second season announced? Do you know or no?
I haven't looked into it, but we'll see what happens.
But you would want a second season just to see how it goes.
Yeah, I would want a second season to see how it goes because it's definitely expanding itself a little bit.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
Um, not too much else. Yeah, besides like finishing up Bleach and Blue Lock, but that's it.
Okay, that's good. For me, I think I mentioned this before. I've been reading Seraph of the End.
Hmm.
I'm actually really close to where like catching up. But what I will tell you, that anime uses family more than Fast and Furious. I swear to God. Like I'm reading this, and I swear to you, I swear to you, bro. In this manga, this main character says the word family so many times that it's way more than Fast and Furious. Way more.
You trying to tell me there's someone saying family more than Down to Rhythm?
Yeah. There is somebody. I guarantee.
All about family.
He's my family. Yeah, trust me. She's family. They're family. Trust me now. It's crazy. Now, I have some qualms with the manga, but I'm not going to get into that now because I feel like that's going to take a while. But what I will say is that it has a really big twist that's really cool. But it's probably one of the most complicated, convoluted manga I've ever read. And there are people out there who might disagree with me, might have some other ones that you think are convoluted, but this one is actually kind of crazy. It just doesn't seem like the enemy keeps switching. It goes back and forth and back and forth, and there's just different things that are just involved here, and it's crazy. Oh, Chaos Ed. Yeah, it's honestly might even be more convoluted than that. I'm just saying, like, it's just ridiculous.
Mm.
But yeah, that's good. I'm doing that, and I'm also I finished Data Live season 5 because I had to go back to it. It came out back in July, I
Yeah.
believe, or was it in the spring? No idea, but yeah, it might be before that. But Data Live, I finished that. I thought the story was pretty okay. It seemed like it came to a close. Actually, it doesn't seem like they could do much more with it because it went back, and you start to learn more about the origins of the spirits and how they even became spirits in the first place. And the main spirit, the first spirit, the origin spirit, you learn all about that and why it's related to the main character. So I thought that was good. It was a good way to close it out. So if anybody's interested in that show, give it a shot. And then lastly, I did catch up with Fairy Tail.
Ah.
So I'm on episode 24 of Fairy Tail. Well, I just finished episode 24. 25 should be coming out soon. This episode, right now, it's like we're the first week of January, second week of January. And this episode's probably going to get released sometime like in, 2 weeks or something like that. So I'm assuming it'll be done by the time this episode comes out. But I'm interested to see how they kind of close out this chapter. I'm assuming that they're going to have more because there's definitely more of a story to go. And that's it. That's it. New seasons are getting going. Solo Leveling. I watched the first episode. And, second episode coming out soon. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to see more of it. But yeah, we'll definitely talk more about those seasons in the next episode. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, nothing.
It's good. All right. This has been Anime Intervention episode 27. We will see y'all in the next episode. Like and subscribe. Peace.